Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your hosts, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Jim Hardy. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your phone calls, taking your comments, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. We are post-Christmas here on the Auburn Blitz. Hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas, and certainly we'll be enjoying those days for the next several days up until the new year as well. But certainly it was a great time at the Graham House. I hope it was for the Hardys as well.
Oh, yeah. We had Santa Claus, and it was a great occasion to see her open all her gifts and have a big time. And, you know, since we're an Auburn show, I think Hugh got to open a few gifts through the portal, too. So
yeah,
he should be very excited about his Christmas.
I would think so. And we'll talk about that today, some of the gifts that Auburn has gotten over the last several weeks in this transfer portal, what this offense is going to look like, and it'll look a little different in 2025. What can we expect? What do we think about that? We'd love to know, what do you think about that? This upcoming lineup, and hey, you know, got any Christmas stories over the holidays you'd like to share? We'll take them today. 256-234-6221 is our number here. Thank you so much for joining us. A few bowl games today. We'll talk about a little bit. Auburn's got a new soccer coach. We'll introduce that a little bit as well. But, again, anything and everything, kind of looking back over 2024 as well. What were the best things? What were the worst things we looked at in this Auburn football season? And maybe, again, some of the things to look forward to as well. Again, we appreciate all of you out there so much being with us each and every day. Again, go and check out our social media. Go and subscribe to our YouTube page. Brett and Randy do a podcast every morning to get your day started for your Auburn athletics. You can go and check us out on our Facebook page as well. Like those, subscribe to those. Just interact with us any way that you can, and we would appreciate it so very much. But we appreciate you here joining us 12 to 1 every day, Monday through Friday, on your Spectrum cable dial or on our social media as well. Again, Jim, been a good kind of couple of few days off to kind of reflect and spend time with family, and certainly that's the most important thing. But, hey, you know, Auburn athletics is kind of what we enjoy. That's our pastime. Looking back on this season, you know, here we are, yet finishing another year with more losses than wins.
Well, you know, and I can understand that part of it, but you also, you know, a lot of times you want to look into the future as the positive side of it.
Sure.
And, you know, it's what we alluded to just a few minutes ago. In that transfer portal, we've unwrapped a few gifts that should help us this upcoming season.
I would think so. I would hope so.
We've stacked two good classes, recruiting classes together the last 2 years.
That's
stacked
the biggest thing.
Right. So you've got some bricks to the house. Now we've kind of added some windows and some doors with some extra people we've had from Singleton and Arnold and some of those that are coming in. Now you just got to get it all to gel together. I don't think there's any reason that a true Auburn fan could sit out there and look at the roster he's built on offense and there's no excuse not to have talent. The talent's there.
After that, certainly, and, you know, you think back to those, you know, Hugh Freeze came in and salvaged a class that we don't really count, and rightly so. I mean, that wasn't on him. He was just doing whatever he could to kind of add to it. And you know, when he came in and was hired for the job. But I think you're right. I mean, when we look at it, and we kind of go through these things at the beginning, or I do, of every year, and we kind of, put in this is how many 5 stars are on the team. This is how many 4 stars are on the team. And technically, on paper, this is how the rankings, the talent rankings, the talent composite rankings in the SEC. And, Auburn has been about 5. They're kind of in the middle of the road in the SEC the last couple of years, but they've been climbing since Hugh Freeze has gotten there. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them make a pretty sizable move this time and be toward the upper echelon of the SEC. So those excuses go away.
Sure.
When you get there as a first-year coach, you're like, okay, this is what I've been dealt with. This is what we're dealing with. I'm just working with what I have. Well, year 3.
It's yours.
It's your team, brother.
Right.
Well,
and he preached to us all year last year that, look at our numbers. We're putting the numbers up. Our offense is producing. Well, at some point, it's got to produce a W and not just 300 yards passing.
Exactly. So I look at this, and I've been talking about this for quite a while now and saying, look, you build teams on the offensive and defensive line. It has to start there. And then you build it. Now, of course, you got to have the skill position players. Everything has its role. Quarterback is obviously the most important position on the team, but if you don't have a really good offensive line to run block, to pass block, if you're not good at both, then you're going, those deficiencies are going to show up really, really quickly. So let's look at this offensive line. But first, we got to go to the Eric McKinley Mortgage Pro hotline and welcome in the first caller of the day. Byron, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Not a whole lot. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas to you.
All right, my question is, and it's not a major question. I understand what Hugh is doing on the offensive side of the ball. But can you guys give me a rundown? Not that our defense was bad, but what are we locking in on the defensive side of the ball?
I mean, I would say so far, my first glaring thing would be a linebacker. I think you need to add one more, maybe 2 in that middle section. But they've got a lot of pieces that we had returning on that D-line, as well as we've added stuff to the D-line. And as Andy just said, you got to build from that front first. If you can't put pressure on that quarterback passing or stop a run game, the great skill positions on the back end don't matter.
I got you. I just know that we're locking in a lot of offensive talent. I know Hugh is a big offensive guy. Just wanted to make sure we were getting what we needed on that defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it last year. I mean, I think Durkin put together a great scheme every game. He held us in a lot of ball games. If it had not been for the turnovers, the defense was doing everything they could do.
They were. They really, every game that we were in, they really kept us in. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. Last quick question, last little rundown. Why is the basketball team not ranked number 1?
That is an outstanding question. I think because Tennessee's undefeated, that's the only reason. That's the only reason I can fathom. I think Auburn has proven the fact that they're the best team in the country with their resume for sure. But
yeah, definitely with their resume.
To be perfectly honest with you, like I said, I hope it continues to happen because I hope it continues to force them to play with a chip on their shoulder and to say, they can still be the number 1 team or the best team in the country and still play as if like they're not getting any respect. That works both ways. I think that'd be good.
All right, I got you guys. I appreciate it. You guys have a happy New Year.
Thank you so much, Byron, and Happy New Year to you as well. Look, him talking about the defensive side, we'll talk about that. But, the secondary, very young last year. You're bringing in some really, really talented guys as well. I think that's going to, I feel really good about the secondary. But like you said, the defensive line, Auburn lost a lot on the defensive line. They need they need at least two more, to me, interior guys on that defensive line.
Now, are you hoping for field pieces, just the bodies out there, or do you think you're looking for a starter?
No, I would. Well, I mean, you always want, number one, if you can get them, you want monsters.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And number two, okay, if you can't get monsters, well, then you got to get space eaters.
Right.
Or you got to get guys that are quality guys. And if you can't get quality guys, then you get space eaters.
Yeah, but based off of what we currently have sitting on the roster right now, and came in from the portal, are you shopping, if you're the guy in the portal, are you shopping for what you said, space eaters, or are you shopping for a difference maker?
I'm shopping right now for at least one difference maker.
Okay.
And
because I can tell you this, from years of experience of coaching the game, of following the game and watching the game, if you got that difference maker you just talked about, those young secondary guys, they don't have to guard as long. They don't have to stay on point as long. If a quarterback's being rushed and got to get it out in a hurry, good things happen.
Now, the good thing is you're bringing in Malik Autry, you're bringing in Jordan Crawford, and, those are Jordan Crawford's probably the most impactful defensive lineman I watched in high school this year. Now, Malik Autry was a 5-star. So you got those guys, and that's not to mention, Jared. The name's escaping me for a moment. But the defensive ends, the edge rushers, that you're bringing in. So, but it's that interior part that I'm very concerned about, and Auburn brings in one, Dallas Walker, through the transfer portal. So there's just a lot there to like. Jared Smith is his name.
Yes.
Why Smith? Yeah, that one was hard. Smith. Yeah. All right, we got ending the year on a fine note. Thank you so much for being with us. We've got to take our first break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Get ready to rev up your fall with Adams Motorsports in Montgomery. This season, experience the thrill of the open road like never before. From sleek motorcycles to powerful ATVs to versatile side-by-sides, we've got everything you need to fuel your passion for adventure. Whether Polaris, Suzuki, or Kawasaki, Adams sells and services the best. Go to where the journey begins. Visit us today or online for more information. From East Alabama's first family of power sports, Adams Motorsports of Montgomery.
We're hammering down high prices at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. New full-size GMC Sierras discounted up to $12,000 off. GMC Terrains with a roomy cabin and pro safety discounted up to $7,250 off. Enjoy the holidays with no payments until springtime. Choose from 600 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you, just getting started on today's show. I always like to recognize our sponsors. They've been tremendous throughout the year, this year in 2024, making it one of the best years for the Auburn Blitz. Hopefully we'll be even better in 2025. But always like to recognize them and thank them so much. Russell Dewitt Center, they've been with us for so long, and they just do such tremendous things for all high school athletics in the state of Alabama overall. But for us as well, Russell Dewitt Center, 9 locations around central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools. Got a little bit of everything there at Russell Dewitt Center. Go and check them out. They can beat the big box store. You'll be glad that you did. J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big. No job is too small, commercial or residential. Give them a call today for all your needs, 334-531-0199. They have been extremely busy here in 2024. And look, things do not appear to be slowing down in 2025. Finally, Sense of Green, one of the newest members of the Auburn family, Auburn Blitz family here. For air that's fresh and clean, call Sense of Green. They are broadening their horizons into the Lake Martin area for heating, cooling, and insulation. Give them a call, 334-487-3555. That's Sense of Green. Okay, we were talking about this Auburn football team. What's it going to look like next year in 2025? Well, nobody really knows, but we can at least guesstimate and project maybe what it might look like. And the offensive line is going to look a little different. You have Dylan, you have Connor Liu, of course, coming back at center, kind of the centerpiece there. And, you know, he's been really good. We think he can even get better at that position. So the more and that center is the one that certainly the more experience you get, the better you're going to be.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not. It's as much mental and as it is physical at that position for sure, because of all the call. You're making the calls and all that kind of thing. All right, Dylan Wade has announced he's coming back. More than likely, that's going to be your starting left guard.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah Wright has not. I don't think he's announced anything. If he has, I haven't seen it yet. But that should be your right guard. So you got your centerpiece there.
Mm-hmm.
And to be perfectly honest, I think those three guys, I'd love for those three guys to be back.
Sure.
I think that's a positive for sure.
Yeah.
Now your tackle positions. That's one of the biggest bugaboos that has bothered Auburn. You've had to move Dylan Wade out there back and forth. Percy Lewis, you went out and got him from Mississippi State. It didn't work out. Too Tall Miller, he had injuries that seemed to hobble him. And now there's the interesting caveat. With the ruling from Diego Pavia, Too Tall Miller was a junior college guy. He's going to have another year of eligibility. Does he come back? I haven't heard that yet. If he does, is he a starter out there? Because you went out and got from USC Mason Murphy. He's a one-year guy. You went out and got at left tackle Xavier Chaplin from Virginia Tech. You've also got Tyler Johnson, the redshirt sophomore. You've got Seth Wilfred out there as well. So Jaden Muskrat is out there at a tackle position. So there's going to be some competition.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I think we can probably – I feel safe projecting that Xavier Chaplin is going to be your left tackle.
Well, I would –
if he gets beat out, boy, either that person's playing really, really well or Chaplin's not what we thought he was.
Well, I mean, Chaplin, and I've heard, other people want to make these comparisons like, oh, you went out in the portal and you got Percy last year, and now you're going out and got Chaplin. Well, there's a difference here. Chaplin is I wanted to say is either second or definitely third team All-American at his position, like you've already covered last week, only giving up like a couple sacks in a couple years, not like games, years. We're talking about apples and oranges between Lewis and this fella.
Oh, yeah.
And it's what you just come out of your mouth with Chaplin. If Chaplin's beat out, then I want to see who the hell beat him out because they're going to be pretty damn good.
Yeah. I hope
this is not
case.
This comparison of Lewis that everybody's trying to make, we've already covered it a bunch. Lewis was a big guy. We felt at the time we were getting some good help, but we're not getting anywhere on the stratosphere of what we got with Chaplin.
Right. So, now, Mason Murphy, I hope that's the same thing.
Yes.
I hope you bookend this thing, and Auburn's offensive line is the best in the SEC next year.
Yeah, now there's the one, and I think Brett's brought it up some, but the kid from USC, he's started every game out there with them. So,
this
obviously,
past year.
Yeah, this past year. Obviously, he's not as bad as everybody thinks he is, or else USC was terrible if that's all they had to shove out there.
Right.
What I'm seeing, the kid's pretty good. Now, I'm not saying he's an All-American, but he's definitely, I agree with you. If we got those two to book in, that centerpiece we've already got with our guards and center that's played together, and these three can kind of, those two extra pieces and five can gel together, you're giving Jackson Arnold or whomever starts, presumably Jackson, a fair opportunity to see what they're made of.
Yeah. You want your best five on the field.
Yes.
You want your best five. Braden Joyner got great experience last year. Mm-hmm. Great backup piece.
Yes.
Right now, waiting for his role. You got some of these other guys, Dylan Senda and, like Self Wilford. You got DeAndre Carter, the 5-star that you brought in.
Mm-hmm.
Does he force himself into the lineup? There's a possibility for some really, really upper level kind of competition.
This is where the conversation can completely end here. From I think somebody I saw it in our one of our texts we got or chats, and we can bring it up in a second. Their comment this year compared to last year, we're dealing with apples and oranges because last year when we went out and got pieces, we were looking for bodies on the offensive line. Now we've got true guys that can be starters that are competing to see who's going to be the starter. That's a different program there.
Yeah, that can certainly elevate the room, hopefully for sure. That's where it's got to start. All right, when we come back, and the real deal, here with quarterbacks and things like that. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, we care about the air you breathe. Call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, we care about the air you breathe. Call Senza Green.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
The results are in, and Game Day Men's Health in Auburn has delivered. The certified medical team at Game Day Men's Health wants to help you feel better. Text 334-209-3706 to set up your free testosterone check and consult. Results back in as little as 15 minutes. Tired of feeling tired? Text 334-209-3706 to Game Day Men's Health in Auburn. They make you feel better.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering, or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us, just perusing through the transfer portal as we speak. Trying to now look, the teams that are in the playoff, they will have 9 days or whatever it is after their season ends to enter the portal too. So there might be some jewels there that maybe end up going somewhere, and that might be a place to start. Because I'm not sure what's left right now in as far as defensive linemen. It's what we were looking. Steve says it seems like we're in the same situation as last year maybe. Last year we had great recruitment, especially at receiver, high expectations, but quarterback was a great disappointment. Will Deuce be given a decent chance to be the starter over Arnold and Walker White? Walker White's no longer with the team, actually, at least for now. Deuce looks like the real deal. Yes, he does. But it will be Ashton Daniels as well, being the kid from Stanford that will be thrown in there. So I believe Deuce will have every opportunity to win the job. Now, I can say that. I from what was, I think that I see, somebody sent me that Auburn, it's being reported that Auburn made a $3 million offer to the South Carolina quarterback, and he turned it down to stay at South Carolina.
What's he, Harris, I think is his last name?
No. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, what's it?
I know the one you're talking about, the one that was all-world this year that done everything for him. I want to say his last name was Harris, but I'll look it up.
Right.
Yeah.
And Auburn is going to take Jackson Arnold at $2.5 million. That was what I read this morning, I think. So if that's true, okay. I'm not 100%. I can't confirm
Lenore Sellers.
Lenore Sellers, that's right. I can't confirm that, but
well, that was
that's the market.
I saw that's what it's interesting. You used that word. I saw something this morning. I was watching that the market. That's what they're saying that it's bearing at the moment in time. A quarterback is going between $1 and $2 million, depending on their status. If they were a starter, if they were a backup, they're closer to the meal. But if they were a starter, they're closer to the 2 and the 3. If that's what the market is bearing at the moment in time.
Okay. Well, that may be true. But will Deuce be given that opportunity? I don't know why he wouldn't be. If you're Hugh Freeze, you want the guy that's giving you the absolute best chance to win because you're coaching for your job. Mm-hmm. So I think we all understand that. I think he understands that. And that doesn't make any sense if he wouldn't be. Patrick says conference play for basketball begins next Saturday. What do you think the conference record will be? He's thinking 14-4, 15-3. I probably 14-4 would lean toward that. I think the winner of the SEC could win it with 5 losses, to be perfectly honest, because I think that the conference is that difficult this year. Now, if Auburn stays completely healthy and Janai's shoulder is good to go and it doesn't give him, problems throughout the year, then I'm not sure I put anything past this team as far as what they could achieve. I think they're that good. So,
I mean, definitely the pieces are there, the depth is there because you got a lot of guys coming off the bench, adding minutes and adding points. But it's what you already said. This SEC is so deep. You're not going to go undefeated in conference. It's just not going to happen.
No.
I think Patrick's got a great question. I mean, it could be anywhere from 3 to 6 in my mind as losses. Not because that makes Auburn a bad team. This is some depth in the SEC.
I would get. I mean, my guess would be 14-4.
Yeah.
That was where I would put it.
I mean, that's a good spot to put it.
15-3 is certainly achievable, but I've kind of hedged my bets a little bit, I think. So I'm right there with you. All right, let's just talk about the quarterback for a minute.
Okay.
Jim, you bring in Jackson Arnold, you bring in Ashton Daniels. You do have Deuce Knight coming in the transfer, in the recruiting class. So what those three guys compete. Who's your starter?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you get what you got projected to start with of Jackson Arnold's talent level, his 5-star rating that he's got, what he's shown at times he can do on the field. Because you look, there was kind of the old words of a MASH unit put together for his offensive line last year. I mean, they changed out pieces, like me and you change plates at a meal. He never really had the same offensive line the whole time last year to work with at Oklahoma, and he didn't play us in Auburn, so we never got to see him in that piece, when we should have beat him that day. He really brings up reminiscence of me of what happened to Bo Nix at Auburn, and look what Bo did in Oregon. I'm thinking Jackson could walk down that same path, that he had a mess to deal with in Oklahoma. Auburn gives him a fresh start. We've get him this big unit of weapons out there to throw to with 4- and 5-star receivers everywhere. Yeah. You got, like you just put together, a great offensive line that we feel like he's got a great structure to work with. It should be his job, let's put it that way, because of what he's done. Now, I like that they've brought Ashton in to bring that mobile piece in there as well. I agree with you, I don't want to do packages and have promised this kid, okay, on third downs, we're going to put you in, you're the running quarterback. I don't like that. I like it that they brought him in, that if something happens to Jackson, either A, it don't work out, or B, he gets hurt. He is more game ready than Deuce ever thought about being at this age, because Deuce is just not. He can have all the talent in the world. He's never seen an SEC defensive lineman that can run the same speed he can coming at him face to face. You just don't see that in high school.
It takes some getting ready.
Yes,
it takes some preparation.
Yes. So in real world, you want Jackson to be your starter. You want Ashton to be pushing him, and those two compete for the job. And Deuce just be there to know if things get real bad, I'm here, guys. I can go out there and play. But we all know he's got talent that he can get out there and play it.
Ideally.
Yeah.
It hardly ever works out ideally.
Well, that's true. That's why you got three of them. And this is one I've already thrown to you a couple times on there. Don't be surprised at the end of the day if Walker sits in this portal for a while and nothing's available. Don't be surprised if he don't ease his way back to a quarterback room.
They need one more.
That's right.
They do need one more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone, 256-750-0381, or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bugs Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bugs Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bugs Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bugsisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-5300 4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life. EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare. Serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area. Go ahead and mark your calendars, sports fans. The Alabama State Games are returning to the Magic City of Birmingham, Jefferson County, and surrounding communities June 13th through the 15th, 2025. We're talking about 20-plus sports open to athletes of all ages and abilities. The 42nd Alabama State Games will be something to behold. Mark your calendars now and be ready to go when registration opens. Visit alagames.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more exciting announcements.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Just a couple of more segments left in today's show as we kind of wrap up to 2024. Again, thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you, as always, by Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Great place to get some tremendous food. Just yet another great outing, you know, for them to they took care of Thanksgiving, they took care of Christmas. What's next for Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine? They'll just take care of any other regular meal that you have. They got a tremendous selection of steaks and ribs, steak burgers, Conecuh burgers. Had some Conecuh burgers Christmas Eve night, Jim. Fantastic yet again. Just you experiment with them, try, you know, season them a little bit differently here, there, but they are absolutely tremendous. Tiger Tails, they got daily lunch specials. Go to their website and check those out, steaksandwine.com. That's just the letter N, steaksandwine.com. Check out their daily lunch specials. I'm sure they'll have, what's the next one? New Year's, who knows? What they'll have up their sleeve for that one. But they got a tremendous selection of wines, probably the best in Auburn. So go and check them out. Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine, 2 locations, one in Montgomery, one in Auburn, on East Glen there.
Let me cover a YouTube comment.
Go right ahead.
SG, we don't have a full name there, but SG says, Auburn has the talent. We just don't have the coaching on the offensive side. Until we get a real OC and an offensive staff, we will be sitting in the same spot next year and looking for a new coach.
Well, look, Derek Nix, you know, Lane Kiffin whined, and people think Lane Kiffin's the best thing since sliced bread when it comes to offense. And he was crying when he lost Derek Nix. Hugh Freeze has worked with Derek Nix his whole time at Ole Miss. So, you know, this is a comfort level for Freeze. They have worked together. They have produced tremendous offenses. Lane Kiffin and Derek Nix have produced tremendous offenses. I don't think Derek Nix is the problem.
No.
As far as the OC is concerned.
No, I personally think is what we've discussed in the show before. When you had three guys calling three different sets of plays, somebody had first and second down, somebody's your third down guy, somebody's your fill-in guy.
That's dumb.
That's the mess.
That's dumb.
You, as those three, need to sit down in a room and get you an offensive game plan together, and one person call the plays.
Yes.
Because as you said, there's game plans that an offensive coordinator gets in a role and gets in a rhythm, and those plays just start popping, and you start thinking more clearly. If I'm calling first down, and then when I get done with first down, if it was good, then I got to look over at Hugh and Derek to give me second and third. I'm confused.
And I think in an effort to be, and Hugh Freeze is on this honesty kick, which I appreciate, but I think he's making that a little bit more, at least I'm going to say this. I don't know. I'm not in the headset. But when he says they call this, I think they're making suggestions, you know, hey, this is what we need to do here. Maybe, how about this? How about that? And all this is going on during the game in the headset. Ultimately, Hugh Freeze is the one calling the plays.
Right.
We all get that, right?
Well, if he's the guy sitting there holding the play sheet, it's pretty clear.
He's making, and he's getting these suggestions, and he'll give credit to a guy, well, he's making it. And now, if they've got specific roles, that your role is third down or your role is second down, then that's just stupid. I'm sorry. That's just stupid. Now, so will that change? I don't know. Will they if they continue to do it that way? I'll continue to say it's stupid unless it works, and I'll say it's brilliant.
Well,
that's the way this works. But
you know, there's an argument to me on both sides. As he tried to, as you said, being honest, he gave out the numbers every week of like we're in the top 10 in the SEC in offense or the country, and they were putting the numbers up, but you wasn't putting the W's up. At some point, some of those, like plays we broke down in the Georgia game, some plays got very confusing on who's to do what and who went where and who's on third.
Well, our red zone offense has got some major improvement to make.
Yes.
We moved the ball a lot between the 20s. That wasn't the problem. In the red zone, it became a problem.
Because it was, I mean, you know, we've covered it in the show, the red zone. We had an opportunity to run our star running back from 2 yards out, and we bring in Sam Jackson and a Wildcat.
We kicked way too many field goals.
Yeah.
And we missed way too many field goals.
I'll say that. Yes.
There's a lot to improve on. That whole let's score 40 points a game, I'm all for that. We didn't come anywhere close to that. We came pretty close with the yardage, total yardage. We can't come anywhere close, and that's where it mostly counts, is scoring points. And Auburn there's some great potential there to cash in on a lot of those drives next year. I think we're close, but miles to go, Jim. Miles to go. All right, one final segment on the way. Right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Go ahead and mark your calendars, sports fans. The Alabama State Games are returning to the Magic City of Birmingham, Jefferson County, and surrounding communities June 13th through the 15th, 2025. We're talking about 20-plus sports open to athletes of all ages and abilities. The 42nd Alabama State Games will be something to behold. Mark your calendars now and be ready to go when registration opens. Visit allagames.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more exciting announcements.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Final segment on this Thursday afternoon, the 26th of December, day after Christmas. Jim got a new soccer coach. Karen Hoppe retires after kind of building this program up and had a really, really good year this past year, but now James Armstrong going to take over the program. A former club soccer coach who came to the United States from England and actually had his first gig on the collegiate level as an assistant for Karen Hoppe at Auburn.
Of all the places in the world, if I was going to get a soccer coach, England would be the place to do it.
I think that's probably a wise decision.
They can play it at the highest level.
No doubt. So he's actually been at Mississippi State for the past, I think, 4, 5, 6 years. And he's taken that team to an elite level. They were actually 10-0 in the conference this past year. Only the 4th team in league history to accomplish that feat. So winningest coach in program history at Mississippi State was 19-3 overall in 2024. So really, really good, really good job at Mississippi State. Comes back home, so to speak, to Auburn, and hopefully he'll do a tremendous job. His quote, "There is unlimited potential here at Auburn. Having been here for 6 years and being in the league since 2013, we know what it takes to win. Auburn has all of the resources. It's an incredible institution. Recruits will be excited to visit here. The current team graduated a lot, but there's some unbelievable young talent that will be excited to be provided the opportunity. They have learned a lot from the older players. There's a ground foundation in place." So, and you can imagine that with a British accent. Was at Mississippi State for 6 years, 62, 35, and 18. Pretty doggone good record. Hopefully he'll do big things. Maybe he'll take Auburn to the next level. Could this be a similar situation to like the soccer program where Tina Deese put in all this work, built this program for, whatever it was, 15, 20 years, and then you have somebody come in and take it to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that hopefully that will be the case, and we'll see soccer even go to greater heights now with James Armstrong. 3 bowl games today, Pittsburgh and Toledo. Nobody cares. The game above, Sportz Bowl. Rutgers and Kansas State, that could be an interesting game. The Rate Bowl. And Arkansas State and Bowling Green, the 68 Ventures Bowl. That was the one you're really looking forward to, isn't it?
That one was on my list. For today, I was doing nothing else until I saw the
Arkansas
Ventures Bowl.
State and Bowling Green.
Because we have had plenty of our coaches. That's like a farm system for Auburn and Arkansas State.
That is true. Hugh was there. Gus was there.
Yep.
And what's his name?
Wasn't Lashley there?
Was
there
Lashley?
with Gus, I think he was there.
Was that?
Yeah.
Well, the coach that we don't say his name.
Oh, Harsin was there?
We don't say his name.
Okay, I got you.
He was there as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 1919, on this day, the 26th of December, was when the Red Sox finalized the deal to send Babe Ruth to the Yankees, and the curse was instituted, and the rest is history. Of course, the Red Sox finally broke the curse in 2004, but it was a while. Happy birthday today, Steve Allen, the original host of The Tonight Show.
Mm-hmm.
Born on this day, 1921. Frank Broyles. Do you remember the
Broyles Award?
Yeah, well, the Broyles Award. But do you remember? Are you young, old enough to remember the Iron Bowls with Keith Jackson and Frank Broyles doing the commentary?
Oh, yeah.
I used to, it doesn't get any better than that for me, for those Iron Bowls. And Keith Jackson, Frank Broyles, and the safety man. The safety man, Keith, comes up here, and Bo Jackson is one of the finest athletes I've ever seen, Keith. You harken back to those days. 1924. And was a long-time athletic director at Arkansas as well. Died in 2017. Glenn Davis, the 46 Heisman. Don't remember that one. From Army. Also Hall of Fame running back as well. John Walsh, remember the old Most Wanted? John Walsh looking for somebody. Carlton Fisk, Hall of Fame catcher.
White Sox?
White Sox and Red Sox, actually. Chris Chambliss, really good hitter with the Yankees. I think he hit the walk-off home run that won the 77. Was that the 77 pennant? I forget, I think. Ozzie Smith, the Wizard of Oz, born on this day, 1954. I didn't realize it, born in Mobile, Alabama.
Really?
Yeah.
One of the best backflips I've ever seen in the infield.
Every year, come out on opening day, big backflip, yeah. Tamara Morrison, Boba Fett from Star Wars. Nah, that's not you.
No, man.
Yeah, Lars Ulrich, drummer for Metallica. Yeah, that's a good one. And Tim Legler, basketball commentator, pretty good basketball player himself, too. Gonna wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. He's Jim. I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.